Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? We're going to have such a good day today. Today is a big day. But have I been saying that every single day? Today, we're going to be setting your rate. We're going to be setting the price for your offer, for your program. And that's one of my most exciting things. So we're glad that you're here. I'm just posting this up and pinning this to the top of our Facebook group so that everyone can easily find it. If you are showing up live, please say hello. I want to be able to see you. Put your name below. And let's get ready to get started. Who here is excited to talk about pricing your offer, right? Pricing your offer and doing it in a way that feels good to you, and yet, good morning, Miranda, feels good to you, and yet is also good for your potential client. Today, we're really going to dig a little bit more into your money mindset, your concepts about investing, all the things. Why is this a critical factor? If you don't have this piece of the puzzle, sorry, my lighting, let's get that straight. If you don't have this piece of the puzzle, situated, if you don't have this down, if you're not clear on that, oh, look who's here, hi, nice to see you. If you're not clear on your pricing and why you're pricing things, you're going to have a problem. If you're not crystal clear on investing yourself and the value of you investing in you, let me just say it, like, let's just start with this, and this is like going to be like the shocker, right? If you're not investing yourself, it will be very hard for you to sell someone your high ticket program if you've never invested in something, because you don't understand the experience and the psychology of what your potential client is going through. But here's the bottom line, it's truly out of integrity. How can you expect someone to invest a high ticket with you if you don't see value in getting support? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's like a cardiologist saying, like, you need to go, work out, and they're like 50 pounds overweight. It's like, So what's so critically important today, what we're going to be focused on is the truth of when we set our rate, when we set our price, when we look at what we want to charge, we have to also look at our own stuff. So let's kind of review what we've been doing. So if you've been here, hi Julia, like I'd like to have you all pull out your circle. Who's got your circle? Or you're writing in your circle. So for those of you who are just showing up or watching the replay, make sure that you have in your circle your ahas, right? We want to make sure that we are connected with our ahas. We're connected with, and we're writing down so that our brain is connected with it, writing it out. Like, here's a magic moment. Call it the magic moment circle. Maybe we'll rename that. Okay. Got all my lights shining here. So what have we done over the last couple of days? We have done, excuse me, I'm getting something to wipe off these glasses. What have we done over the last couple of days? We've talked about your niche. We've talked about developing your perfect ideal client. We've talked about building out your program. Who here thought that the whole the homework that you've been given over the last couple of days was mind-opening and actually rather simple? Who finds that rather simple to be able to actually walk the path of your ideal client? Who here has done your homework? Comment below and let me know that you've done your homework. And have you posted it in day 2's or day 1? Both of those in the homework thread that's located in the guides area, which is probably somewhere above my head. Who here has been following along and actually accomplishing your homework? Here's what I want to tell you. If you've not done it, I understand, we can get busy. And what I also know is I've given you the most simplistic way. I've given you the most simplistic way of accomplishing these tasks and these goals and these have tos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have Julia says, it's simple, but it's not easy. I had to break my brain a bit, right? Your homework's done, simple. My brain wants to make it complicated, right? I'm tweaking the steps, but getting there, and it's been helpful to see how this process works. Yes, can you see how our brain is defaulting to make things hard? Our brain is defaulting to undermine the process of simplicity. Who here feels that? Our brain says that if we're not like gunking it up or over delivering, who remembers what we talked about yesterday with overwhelming, over delivery overwhelms? And what happens when the mind is overwhelmed and not clear? What do? We get stuck. We don't move forward. We get in fear mode. We think this is just too hard, when in reality, our brain is designed to not make changes. Everybody take a second. Remember this. Our brain is designed to be comfortable, to be a couch potato, to say things like, why are you doing this business? Why are you growing? It's comfortable here watching Netflix all day on the sofa. Thanks for the love. Keep those hearts coming. I can see those, and those are really inspiring to me. Hearts and thumbs up. That's what our brain is designed to do. So if you get into that moment where your brain is like, add more stuff, add more stuff, it's defaulting into its fear place. Like, like I've got to keep it safe, and more means safe. No, it doesn't. Your brain doesn't understand the psychology of people doing things simplistically. It's not designed that way. So you have to use your prefrontal cortex to make these decisions. You have to be speaking and being the woman who is evolved and saying, it's okay, brain, honey. I know it's a little scary. I know that we think we need to give too much or over deliver. People aren't going to buy. And then what's going to happen? Then I'm going to fail. Then nobody's going to buy my stuff. And then I'm not going to be successful. And I've spent all this time, money, and energy doing this. And your brain's like, yeah, so pile in some more exercises, do some more stuff. Who here is like totally like in that moment where you're like, crap, she is in my brain, right? Okay. I completely understand this. I want to tell you tomorrow what we're going to be talking about. Tomorrow is one of, everything builds on itself. So today we're going to be talking about price. We're going to be talking about values. We're going to be talking about return on investment. Tomorrow, I'm going to help you design your perfect ideal client enrollment call template. Because I know most women hate sales. Who here hates sales? Who's like, I don't want to sell a thing. I don't want to sell. So what I'm doing is I'm helping you recognize the value of having a conversation with your potential ideal clients in a way that doesn't feel pushy or smarmy or any of the things. And so you have to understand the formula. There's a process that people need to go through. It's very simple. Now, here's the thing. Remember, I told you my goal is you first, right? You and your family. You need to have something that's structured so that you're not like freaking out. What do I say? What do I do? What do I say? What do I do? No, you have a pathway. It's clear. You can show up. You can feel so confident. And then you get to decide, is this the right client for me? There's no more from here moving forward. There's no more just signing people. There's no more just working with somebody because they are giving you a credit card. That's not what's happening anymore. What's happening now is you're choosing to live out your purpose. You're choosing to use your brain, your intellect, your education, your life experience. You're choosing to create the life that you truly want. And in that moment of choice, you're also choosing to only work with your ideal client. Who only wants to work with your ideal client? Let's see a hello. Susan says homework is done. Your brain wants to make it so complicated, right? So let's get into this. FYI, if I've tagged you, make sure that you reach out to me. I wrote the word tag in whatever post that you did. Everyone who comments today will get one of my very favorite resources. So make sure you're showing up. So if you're live, hashtag right now live, And if you're watching the replay right now, hashtag replay. So whoever is showing up and actually engaged in participating today, I will be giving you one of my very favorite resources that will change your life. It's something that I continue to use to this day. Okay. Okay, let's get into this. Pricing. I want to start again with your money mindset. I know I've talked about, hi, nice to see you all. Yay, yay, yay. So good to see you all. Remember, hashtag live so that I can go back in and I can see you, and hashtag replay so that I can direct message you or I'll email you. Okay. Hi, Mary, Julia, Summer, Laura. So here it is. I'm just going to be doing bold truth bombs on you today because you need to hear this because I want everything for you. And I've been doing this for those of you who are still new to me. So I was a clinical social worker. I'm still a clinical social worker. Psychotherapist. I've been online pre-COVID, 7.5 years online. I live a 7-figure life, own 2 homes. My daughter River is right in the other room. Today was the last day of high school. And guess how long that took? 5 minutes while she was sitting on her bed with her computer. So, we're coming on the out of COVID here in Oregon. And before that, I've been in sales, but I've done every single thing that you could even think of in the mental health and wellness arena. Numerous hospitals, numerous psych units, managed care, being a director, behavioral trainer, working in the ER, home health, private practice. I started my coaching business nearly 8 years ago, and I started as a relationship coach. I've spoken all over the country. In fact, on Sunday, I think it's Sunday, we have a mindset call. You need to show up for that. I'm going to be talking all about imposter syndrome. Who here has heard the term imposter syndrome or imposter phenomenon, right? And one of the last big talks I gave, which I'm going to post the photo, I was standing in front of 750 women, or like close to 750. It was over 700 women. And I talked about how to break the imposter syndrome so that you never feel like a fake, a fraud, or that imposter ever again. So we're going to talk about that. So I'm going to tell you right now, the business part of building your business is the easiest thing. It's totally the easy. Because all we're doing is we're developing something, we're putting it out into the world, and we're signing people on a call or just letting them go to one of your info pages. Click a button. What is the hardest thing? And this is why I'm prefacing all of this today around your pricing. One of the hardest things is you getting over all your limiting beliefs around charging people, around I only help people who don't have a lot of money, or, I feel guilty charging them. I feel like I'm taking advantage of them. La, la, la. All that is your mindset stuff, guys. Okay. Somehow you showing your card just punched me with my niche. Good. Building authentic, connected relationships. Hello, let me show my card again then for all of you. Yay, Laura. How cute is that, right? This is like, by the way, don't buy business cards, guys. This is like old, right? So cute. So cute. These were very expensive, $1 a piece. You don't need business cards. Well, let me tell you, I'll talk about that during our marketing call on Friday, all about how to market. Anyhow, your mindset is going to be the biggest deterrent for you being successful. Your money stuff, your story, the stuff that your mom said, the stuff that your sister said, who do you think you are? You want to make $500,000? You want to charge $10,000? You want to charge $30,000? You want to charge $5,000? Oh my God, who's going to buy that? No one's going to buy that. Can I charge that? Am I worth that? Do I know enough? Can I give enough? How can I over deliver? Should I give another exercise? What about this exercise? Oh my God, I'm getting ready to say it's $5,000. It's $10,000. Anybody feel me? All right. And why do you think I know you? Not only was I you, remember, be your own best client. Your program is designed around you living the life. I used to feel like that. Tomorrow, when we talk about sales calls, I'm going to share with you not only where you can 20 ways to get people on a call now, 5 ways to find people right now who are ready to work with you. You just don't see it. I'm also going to tell you how I had 35 no's in a row. Sales calls. No's. 35 people said no in a row. Number 36 said yes. I learned the lesson. Obviously, I figured it out by call number 36, and I'm going to be teaching all that to you tomorrow. So you don't have to make my mistakes because of all that like money and pricing and oh my God, who's going to buy that? Okay. Anybody relating to any of that? Right? Anybody relating to that? Like, oh my God, I'm nervous about today. And who's nervous today about the numbers I'm getting ready to share with you on you pricing your program, your high ticket offer? Who here's like, yeah, man, give it to me. I'm ready. Give me the big numbers. And who here's like, oh, I'm freaking out a little bit. I'd love to hear it. I want you to remember I'm going to review something, and I want you to self-identify. I'm going to share with you the 10 fundamental necessities of an ideal client. And as I go through this, we talked about this the other day on Monday with your niche. As I go through this, here's what I want you to ask yourself. Am I an ideal client for someone? Let me say that again. Am I an ideal client for someone? Am I the kind of great client who's teachable, coachable, trainable? Am I self-aware enough that I need support? Okay, I'm going to go through these so that you can get really clear about yourself. Because remember, one of the things we did with the coffee shop exercise, when you sat in your ideal client's chair and you looked over to yourself, she wants these things from you. She wants you to be your own best client. She wants you to be invested in yourself. She wants you to be able to rise up, step up, and overcome your own limiting beliefs. That's what she wants from you. Your ideal client needs and wants you to be the leader. She needs and wants you to be a strong, dynamic woman that you are inside. You just may not be fully living out because of your limiting beliefs. Who here is having an oh God moment? Look, I still do all this work, you guys. So I don't want to just be preaching. I still have a coach. I have a business coach. I have a life coach. Why? Because and people are like, why, Mary? You make tons of money. You're clearly successful. You have a happy marriage. You know why? Because we all have blind spots. No matter how much morning time work I do, which I love to share my morning routine with you and my meditations and my journal prompts and the things that allow me to get out of my own head, including everyone who comments today, hashtag live or replay, will get a resource that I still use. As good as I am, I'm also a good student. Now, I'm not coming from a student like I need to get more certifications and all this kind of stuff to prove that I'm worthy. Not that. I go into things saying, see, here's the thing. This is like a moment. Successful and wealthy people, you know what we do differently? We invest so we can save time. So I have coaches because I don't want to always try and figure it out by myself because I don't want to pay anybody to help me figure it out. No, time and truth are my core values. I am willing to invest so that I can save time. If somebody else has figured it out and they've got a program, a process, a pathway, and they could say, Mary, if you do this, it will shorten your time. You will have a different outcome. You will grow. It will happen. Like, why would I just circle around trying to figure it out by myself? See, if you're not that person, I'm going to say right now, if you're somebody who's not investing in your own personal development, you are your own best asset. I always bet on myself. You need to always bet on yourself, because if you're not coming from that kind of attitude, how do you expect to share that level of energy and level of yes, you can do it with your clients? Who here is thinking about what I'm saying and you're still just trying to take it in? So today I've got obviously all the training, so we're in 20 minutes and you might be like, oh my God, give me the prices. But the bottom line is the prices become irrelevant if you don't get this piece of it. Like tomorrow when we do your call template, I'm going to walk you through it so that when you get to your price, your investment on the call with someone, you're not freaking out. You're easily saying, because inside, oh my God, of course, this is such a good program. Of course, they're going to have a transformation. I'm like, God. I don't see any comments. So I'm going to take a breath for a minute and drink my cup of coffee, and then I'm going to jump right in and give you your 10 necessities. What are your comments so far? I'd love to hear it. I'm excited to hear numbers now that I'm feeling my niche is so up. Yes. Susan says she's excited to hear those numbers. Got ready. Okay, good. Let me go over your 10 necessities. And you need to ask yourself if you are an ideal client. Okay, ready? Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem that you want solved? So maybe it's you want to lose weight. You want to have a better relationship. You want to learn how to build a business. You want to learn how to charge. You want to learn how to sell. Do you have something? Are you in the like right now moment? Are you in a now moment? Like, I want this done now. Clients that work with me, they're in the like, I'm done being burnt out. I'm done like trying to figure this out myself. I'm done not having somebody that can give me an answer now, right? Have you ever invested in yourself before? And I don't mean through the traditional educational systems. See, somehow we think it's okay to spend $500,000. Literally this morning, I got an email. No lie, you guys. Literally this morning, this woman sent an email to me that says, I'm very stressed. I have 93,000. Let me see if I don't have my emails pulled up right now. Look at my 93,000 in interest on a student loan. 56-year-old woman. If you're watching, hello. Holy shit. There's so many of us, we've invested so much money in our higher education only to get a job that never gives us the life that we want. Who feels me? I'd like to see an amen to that. So have you invested before? Have you invested in learning how to build a business? I don't know. Have you? Are you capable of paying for things? Look, if you don't have you're all are grown women, my job is to help you become financially independent. Thank you, Mitzi. Financially independent. If you are financially dependent on another human being for your livelihood, for your, if you can't walk away from whatever situation, and I'm not saying get divorced, obviously, if you can't walk away and know that you can feed yourself and live a life that makes you happy, that's a glaring problem, right? You're not free. You're a slave. So my goal has always been for myself is I always want to know that I can live the lifestyle that I want and I can take care of my family. And that I don't have to hold my hand out to my husband and be like, hey, can I have money for your Christmas present? No. And this is why I'm pushing you. I'm pushing you. I want to blow your mind. I want to wake you up. Like, wake up. It's possible for you. Okay. So are you capable of paying? Are you capable of investing in your own knowledge? You are your own best asset. If you're not investing in your brain and your own development, you're failing. You will not get ahead as fast. I promise you. I just like it so clear after doing this for so long. Do you respect your own time? Do you respect yourself? Do you consider yourself worthy? Are you a value shopper or are you a price shopper? You attract what you are. You attract what you are. So when you're looking to make an investment in your own personal growth and you're not looking at the value, the return, the value, oh my God, hi, Nikki. Then what happens is you're just shopping for price and that's a lack mentality. That's a limiting construct there. I'm not talking about buying a car. Like, obviously go buy a car and like shop around a little bit, but for your personal and development, for your health, your wealth, your relationships, if you're not in that place of looking for the value, that's a massive glaring problem. Are you committed to your own self-growth? Do you have an abundant mindset? Do you believe right now? I'd love you to comment. Do you believe there's more than enough for everyone? Do you believe in the overflow? Yes, there's more than enough clients for every single one of you to make all the money in a lifetime that you could ever want to make. Let me say that again. There's more than enough people out there, over 7 billion people in the world. Don't you think if you figured out and learned how to build a business that really you don't need that many people to make $500,000, $250,000, even $1 million plus. It's not that many people. In your head, you think so, but that's because you haven't learned the skill of how to do it. And do you have an intrinsic desire? Is your locus of control internal? Or are you my ex-husband, I don't know how many people have said to me, and these are not people I work with, so just FYI, I don't want to hear it. It's not that bad things haven't happened. They've happened to all of us. All of us. It's more important, are you the kind of woman who's willing to lead a life uncommon, be a leader in your life, and take radical personal responsibility for where you are today and where you want to go? If you're not willing to do that, you don't have the thing inside that will help you be able to convey that to another human being or a potential client. You will fall prey to their excuses, to their objections, to their blaming, their point. Yeah, I know it's hard. He's an asshole. Yeah, I agree. Men are assholes. Like what? No. Okay, so we review that. Let's jump right in. Every day I told you that your one and done process has its own vibe. Here we go. Today, day 3. Welcome. We're jumping right in. I'm going to be talking fast because this is the fun part, and this is like really simple. Today's very, 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 very simple. Ready? The one and done process for you is for you to allow everything abundant in so that you can live free and get into emotional freedom. See, when you are financially set, you become more emotionally free. Why? Because if you're worrying about where you're going to pay the bills, how you're going to do that, all that stress, that's not emotional freedom. I want to help you with your limiting beliefs, your mindset, your thinking, so that you have emotional freedom. My job helping my clients is, and this is part of ROI, we're going to talk about this, but I'm going to plant the seed now. Time, money, and emotional freedom. That's what people buy, FYI. Buy, FYI. Ready? I insert your name, Mary Bicknell, give myself permission to receive and allow wealth. Many women don't allow themselves to receive anymore. There's all the stuff around that. We don't have time for that today. I choose to claim my worth and own my value. Write that in. I choose to claim my worth and own my value. I'd love to see you type that in. Type that in. I choose to claim my worth and own my value. My clients deserve to be invested financially. And I will live my fullest potential to my clients and share my gifts with them. My clients deserve to be invested financially. Don't take an opportunity away from your potential client because of your money issues, your lack issues. So many times clients and we're going to talk a little bit about this tomorrow, but they're like, I don't want to twist her arm. Why do you think you have so much control over people? Don't remove an opportunity for your potential client to say yes to herself, to get the level of support that will transform her life because of your limiting beliefs. How does that feel? Typing that in, writing that in, saying it in your head. I choose to claim my worth and own my value. Yes. Amen. Okay, so now that you've created your signature, unique program, process, etc., remember we're starting with one offer. Today, I'm going to do a little future casting. We're going to be it feels empowering. Can I repeat the last line? Yes, my clients deserve to be fully invested financially. Your client deserves to invest in herself financially. And I will live my fullest potential to my clients and share my gifts with them. God, I have chills. I'm sweating. I'm not a big sweater. That just makes me want to cry with joy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say is that your clients deserve to say yes to herself and invest financially and saying, yes, I'm willing to invest in myself. And you get to share your brilliance and gifts with her, your life, your education, your experience, the path that you've walked to help her transform. That's your potential. That's your purpose. You get to have that kind of relationship with another human being. It's like magic. It's a gift. Ah, Okay, so now that you've created your signature offer, that one offer, I'm going to be doing some future casting for you. We're going to talk a little bit about that ascension model. I'm looking here, down here. Now, really, you're starting with one main offer, and it's a high ticket one-on-one. Here's the why. First of all, I explained this yesterday, so go back and listen to it, the ascension offer, right? Once you have that high level offer, all of the other pieces of the puzzle, that's all your marketing, that's all your other programs, that's your downsells, like all the things, okay? So why is this really important to start with a high ticket offer? Number one is when you learn the skill to sell a one-on-one high ticket offer, your life is forever changed. Let me say that again. It's that important. When you mastered the skill of selling your one-on-one high ticket offer, and you sold it, and you're like number 36 for me, I was like, oh my God, my life changed because I recognized I learned the skill. I never will be dependent financially on another human being. Oh my God, that is like the best gift you can give yourself. So this is the other reason, the structural system behind it is also so that you can have cash flow coming in. So once you get cash flow coming in, then that relieves some of your emotional stress, right? And if that's relieved, then you can make sure that your structures are built out, all of the other the behind the scenes activities that have to happen with business development. So when you're selling a high ticket offer and you get to enroll your ideal clients, then you get to focus on building your audience and then building some of other offers, okay? So what is an upsell? What is a downsell? I'm just teaching this a little bit. Hi, Carla, nice to see you. I'm teaching this a little bit because not everybody's familiar with some of the sales language. So an upsell we're starting with one-on-one high ticket offer, that might be a 6-month program. An upsell for that might be to add on a VIP day. So all of my clients, when I work one-on-one with them, they get a half VIP day, half day, and we get weekly calls. So, and they get Voxer access. Voxer, my husband has my phone. Voxer is an app so that we can communicate frequently. What's a downsell? Well, not yet, but let's say you've chosen to build your program out for 6 months because that's what your client needs and deserves to have the transformation. A downsell, after you've sold some of those, might be something like you get on a call and somebody's like, I'm just not ready to make a 6-month commitment. A downsell might be like, well, let's start with 90 days, Sally Jane. Okay. So when and why would you have these offers? When your first goal is to have a single offer. Number one, when you should have these, so you don't have to think about this today. I'm future casting for you so that you know what is behind because I know this is why, because some of you are like, I want to offer this and I'm going to offer that and I want to offer this and I have this idea and this idea. So I'm not saying don't be creative. Your business is to be creative. First, though, learn the art and the skill of selling high ticket while you're building your audience. That's number one. So after you've built an audience, then you can start adding a different offer. Okay. And number two, not everyone might be ready for your high-end offer. So eventually you're building an audience. Maybe not everybody is ready to invest whatever the number is that we'll talk about in a few minutes. So how many offers should you have? So after you have an audience, then you'll become more aware of what your ideal audience needs. There's some audiences that never will want anything other than one-on-one high ticket. Okay? That's what your marketing has attracted. Maybe you only do executive coaching for CEOs. They're only wanting one-on-one. They don't care about a program. They don't want a program. They're not going to sign up for some group thing. They don't even care about your freebie. None of that. The rest of the ascension model below the top point of the high ticket, they could care less about that. Where is that? Right? So your high ticket people, they're up here, right? Let me see, I'm trying right here. My high ticket one-on-one clients, they could care less about some free PDF. They don't care about any of this. But the larger my audience becomes, the more I use a free PDF to attract them, or an event like this. Obviously, my goal is that some of you will work with me. How exciting. Some of you you're going to want to work one-on-one with me. I'm just telling you that right now. Why do I know? Because I have private clients. There's some of you who are going to want to join a program where you get a little one-on-one with me and you can work at your own pace. But my audience is big. This group alone has 5,000 women in it. And it's taken me years to build that. So you will start with, right? All right, so a new business owner has one offer. Once you get to close to 100 grand, then, and a larger audience, then is to think about it. Once you're over 250, then you can start really thinking about multiple offers. Why? Because you've got revenue coming in, you can be more creative. If you're at 250 a year, that's about 20,000 plus a month. Then you might be hiring a VA, then you can have some support to be creative for a program, that kind of thing. Okay? Who here is having an aha moment? Next, let's set your price. So here are true prices my clients are charging. Are you ready? So you pick whether it's your I'm going to just start with 6-month programs. Okay. My clients charge $10,000 for 6 months. Put that in the, who wants to type 10K? 10K. Some of my clients charge $6,000 for a 6-month program. So they're working one-on-one with people. They're charging them $1,000 a month for 6 months. Some clients, it's between 10 and 6, 10 or more. My private rates are double all of those numbers. 10K for 6 months. We're going to talk about return on investment today so that you can, if those of you who are like, 10K, what the hell am I getting? I'm going to give very concrete examples to you about why $10,000 investment over a lifetime of transformation is nothing. Okay. And I'm going to talk about what true lifetime return on investment looks like. Okay. All right. So using your Ascension model, how to create a variety of profitable offers or evergreen or passive income. Okay. So let's see. Julia, is that a frown? Is that a freak out face? Julia, I can't really tell. So there's 3 different types. Let's say you have a group program. Okay. So you have a group program and an upsell might be like, here, if you do this, you get one-on call with me. Here's another upsell out of VIP day. Here's another one is to go to high ticket one-on-one exclusive. What are some downsells? Somebody comes in and they're on a call with you. Again, this is after you've built your audience on future casting. This is not now. Now you're doing one offer. But just to plant the seeds for the potential for your business for passive income, okay? Some of the downsells might look like, you don't want to do one-on-one, here's a self-study program. We talked about that yesterday, how to do the self-study program. That's so easy. Here's a 6-month group program. So you can here is, instead of 6 months working one-on-one together, maybe we just do a VIP day. That's a downsell. So really what these are, upsells, downsells, it doesn't even matter that you call them that. This is more the point of those, is that eventually you'll have multiple types of offerings so that you can service all of your audience, right? If that's the right audience. So like I said, if you're going for CEOs of companies and do executive leadership coaching, you're probably never going to come up with a downsell or any other offer. Think about this. How many clients, if you just did $10,000 6-month package, let's do math now. Money is math. If you did your program, your one-on-one high ticket offer, let's just say 10K because clients charge 10K now. So that's an easy number. How many clients would you actually need? Here's the good, get ready. How many clients would you actually need to live a lifestyle that you love? Now, for most women and most people, like to start, like if you earned $250,000 a year, that's around 20K a month. What could you do with 20K a month? 20K a month. How many clients would you need to enroll per month to earn 20K a month? 2. 2. Let me say it again. 2. And some of your clients will renew. So let's say you want to let's just make it easy numbers. $200,000 a year. That's 20 $10,000 clients, or it could be 10 clients that renewed twice. Who's here having a moment thinking you might only need 10 or 20 people to make a couple $100,000 a year selling high ticket, having high ticket clients? Here is the difference. Here's the difference. Let's say you're charging $100 an hour. You're not charging a package or a program, which is what I'm teaching you and telling you is the best way to build your company. And you're just doing these one-off $100 an hour thing. How many hours does it take to make $200,000? Do you want to know? It takes 2,000 hours or $2,100 clients. Now, I'm going to take a second. I know that you all are processing this. Put your questions in. I want to answer them now before I start talking about lifetime return on investment. I want you to ask me questions right now, and I'll wait. What questions do you have right now around or ahas around, wow, if I charge $10,000, even if you charged $5,000 for 6 months, or 6,000, let's just go with 6,000 because that's like pretty standard. How do you value content versus money? How do you value content? What does that mean, content versus money? Flesh that out a little bit for me, Alexandra. Since we're new to this, do you recommend starting at 6K? 6K is an easy price, guys. Easy, easy, easy. It's $1,000 a month. If you had 4 calls a month, that's roughly $250 a month. But see, we're not doing the per hour. I want you to remember value. So I'm going to talk about lifetime return of investment, which is the value, in just a second. Okay. So again, I want to open your mind to the outcome, the benefits, the return on investment, not the day-to-day with your client, not the per hour. How much can I cram into an hour? That's a broken model you are no longer going to participate in if this is where you're going. Okay. So let me talk about how to layer value. Here's one of your next pieces in here. How to layer value and show real return on investment. So I want you to type in LROI, lifetime return on investment. So Alexandra says, I mean, many content in the program and how to put the right price. I'm giving you some prices right now. So if you're working with somebody for 6 months, like I would never charge less than $1,000 a month or $6,000. Never. I would never, ever do that. You don't want to ever get into this. It goes back to, you have to raise your own expectation and standard of who you want to work with. So this goes back to, have you invested at a higher level, a higher ticket? Have you said, yes, I'm worth it? Have you said, yes, I get return on investment? If you've not done this, then it's about oh my God, I'm not going to be able So it's not there's a difference between how much content in a program. That is not the focus. Okay. We think it's the focus. Like, how much can I cram into it? So Alexandra, I don't know whether you have watched yesterday's day 2 on how to build your program, but we talked all about not over delivering. We think if I over deliver and I give them so much content, they're going to see so much value. They won't. They will look at it like, I wasted money because I'm not getting everything out of that. They'll look at this big pile. It's like going to a buffet, right? In a way, you go to a buffet and you're like, it's $50. And you're like, shit, did I get my $50 worth? I don't know. Who gets that? Lifetime return. Yeah, I think I get stuck in their price per month rather than so that we're getting ready to talk about that, the lifetime transformation. But if you give your offer in a big change, it is 100% worth it. Let me give you very specific, concrete examples for different niches so that you can really hear me. Because I know this is a shift. I know it's totally fine. It was a shift for me. Let me answer this real quick. Way back when I said to my husband, one day I'm going to charge $300 an hour. This is when I was still in the hour instead of a package. And he's like, who's going to pay you $300 an hour? Okay, look, I have clients that pay me $45,000 a year. Take that in. Is it worth it to them? Yes. Here's why. And that, by the way, when I talk about my program coming up, where I'm going to invite you into, it's not $45,000. This group program coming up, the Big Bold Life and Biz. We're going to talk about that over the next couple of days. But why is that worth it to some of my clients to work with me for a year? Well, for them, their transformation, think about this. When they step into their power as business owners and CEOs, one of my clients has a 8-figure business. She's going for $15 million. Do you think that with her learning to step into her power, learning it to be a better leader in her company, learning to hire the right people, like all of that, do you think that's worth it to her? Do you think she'll get her return on investment after working? Yes, because she didn't know how to do it. She's stuck. So remember, I told you yesterday, it doesn't matter the number, people are stuck. Let me give you one recent example. Bonnie, my client Bonnie, who's a therapist. When she first came to me, I think she was charging like $68 an hour. That's what Blue Cross or whatever pays back. So I work with therapists also, not just CEOs of big corporations. So I have a big enough audience. I have a variety of offers. Anyhow, long story short, she came to me at $68 an hour. Now she's selling VIP days for doing EMDR with people. And they're over $1,000 just for a couple hours. Why is that lifetime return on investment? Here's the why. Ready? Write these down. This is the juice here. When you teach somebody how to save time, that is priceless, actually. So when I teach you or my clients how to do something efficiently and effectively, and you save time, you're saving life, you're saving missed opportunities, that is money. So number 2 is, first is time, lifetime return on value is money. If I teach people how to save money or make money, do you think investing $45,000 or $10,000, let's use your numbers, $6,000 or $10,000, if you teach somebody how to save time, make more time, save money, make more money over their lifetime, what's 10 grand? What's 6 grand? That's nothing. They could earn that back. And my clients have already recouped their investment quickly. Lastly, emotions. What is it worth to feel more emotionally secure, competent, boundaries, relationships? Let me give you very specific, and then we're almost done here. Very specific examples for the different niches. So remember, we talk about relationship niche, health niche, and money business niches. I'm going to give you some right now so that you can go, oh my God, I totally see why it's 1,000% worth it. Ready? Let's say that you want to do relationship coaching, right? I easily charged $6,000 when I first started, $6,000 for 6 months. I did a $4,500 for 90 days. It was $4,500 for 90 days or $6 grand for 6 months. See how I had that little downsell? So one of my clients, Heather, has gotten married. Is it worth it to her, $6,000, to now be in a really healthy, respectful relationship? She was in her mid-40s that she can have. She stepped up into asking for what she wanted for the first time in her life, even though she's a very successful businesswoman, but we did relationship coaching. Remember, some people are really good in one area of their life and they're shitty sucky in a whole nother area. That's your niche. So is it worth it to her? Was $6,000 worth it to her for her to feel like she saved time because she wasn't dating all the wrong guy anymore, because she finally stepped up into feeling confident? And so she valued herself for the first time in relationships. So she felt like a beautiful, dynamic woman again. The man that she attracted into her life was respectful, was kind, was generous. Is that worth it? How do you think she responds now in other areas of her life when she has confidence? Right? So when you become more confident and you coach somebody in one area of their life, it ripple effects in all other areas. Who's having like, wow. So that's just relationships. Here's another. How much does it cost? One of my clients, Denise, and she's in like in the guides, there's all like client testimonials, love testament results. One of her highest, well, and since then she's made over $20,000 in a month, but one of her highest month to date when we were working together was $16,000. She sold $16,000 worth of marriage coaching. So what's it worth to her couples that she would work with not to get a divorce? What's it worth to their family, like their children? What's worth to each person to feel more confident? What's it worth to learn better communication skills? What's the time, saving them time to learn the skills, emotionally to feel more confident, and money? How much is a divorce cost, y'all? How much is a divorce lawyer? Why is it that some of you who have just as much education as an attorney are like thinking, oh my God, I can't charge $6,000 or $10,000, but a divorce attorney doesn't think twice about charging 10 grand to give you a divorce? Take a breath here. Be in reality about your education, your life experience, your wealth of knowledge, you being your own best client and walking a path that you can help somebody else. Why is it okay for other professionals to charge thousands of dollars? Susan is like, ridiculous amounts of money and headache. Yes, so 10 grand to work with a couple to help them save their marriage, coach them, have accountability for them is major. And it's a major investment, 10 grand, and yet the lifetime return on investment. Okay, so that was relationships. Here's health. Ready? So I have a client that she has several autoimmune disorders that she was able to create a lifestyle that changed and suppressed them. So she doesn't talk about I heal you. That's not language that we obviously use. She can teach people how to work with their body, work with their mind, work with their emotions, set up their structure for their food intake, their exercise intake. Do you think that investing $10,000, even $6,000 to have a system that could help you have more life and longevity and your health span will last you years or decades? And then get someone who understands you, not just some doctor, not just some book. See, you forget that people want a relationship with somebody who knows how they feel, has felt the same way too, and has found a system, process, package, offer that transforms things. Who's here is like, oh my God, who wants to cry? Like, this is so, you can feel this from me. I know, because I'm so emphatic about you have what other people want and will happily invest in working with you. Why do I know that? Because that's what people do working with me. They're like, oh my God, life changing. I just shared even something like, some of you are like, you're not even my clients and you're getting all this free content and you're having like, who here is having life-changing moments right over the last couple of days? Right? Hard to type, writing so many notes. Obviously, Laura is saying this free content, imagine what it's like working with me. You all have the same. You just don't believe it yet. Ready? Lifetime return on investment for clients. So when my clients invest working with me in some of my programs and they learn, like, think about this. Let's get into money, right? You don't know how to sell a $10,000 package or even a $6,000 package. So let me ask you a question. Ready? Would it be worth it to you to invest $10,000 to learn the skill of selling a $10,000 package? What's your answer? Yes or no? Let me ask it again. Would it be worth it to invest yourself $10,000 to learn the skill of selling a $10,000 package? Yes or no? Miranda says, I love your passion. Me. Would it be worth it? Obviously. Because the first time you learn to sell one $10,000 package, not only do you pay for it, right? The investment is taken care of. Then you're free. Then you are free because you learned how to sell a $6,000 or a $10,000 package. I promise you, the first time you learn to sell that, your life is forever changed. Yes, Susan says, because you can duplicate that skill. That's exactly right. As soon as you learn to do it once, you can do it over and over and over again. Why do I know this? Because I've had my business almost 8 years. I didn't start out selling $45,000, y'all, or even $10,000, $6,000, $4,500. Who here is just like, oh my God, to learn the skill to sell a $6,000 or $10,000 package? Would it be worth it? Yes. As soon as you sell it one time, you build all those structures, you get confident, you learn how to market, you learn how to close a deal. You need to be tomorrow showing up to learn how to have a conversation with people, not twisting their arm. This is what your client wants too. They want a better relationship. One of my clients, I'll just call her Sally Jane. And then I'm going to give you the homework assignment. She came to me life coaching. Okay. $4,500, 90 days. She came to me not having had sex in nine years. 9. First of all, okay, let's just take a breath with that. She was in a bad marriage with somebody who didn't love her or respect her. She started drinking. She'd never worked out anymore. She came to me really with like a level of like freak out because she felt like she was wasting her life. She didn't love her job anymore. After we worked together, and I'm telling you, she cried a lot. Okay. After she came together, what we worked on was her love for herself, you guys. That was what we worked on with her. How to love herself enough to say yes to herself above all else. It was hard because she was accustomed to taking care of everybody else, not wanting to get a divorce. What will people think if she divorces him? How is that going to be for her grown adult daughter who was pregnant and she wanted to, to be around her grandbaby eventually? And this was a younger woman. She was like in her late 40s. So for some of you, that's like really old. But for this woman, she was like a vibrant, dynamic woman in the prime of her life, not having sex. Like, obviously, her investment was like priceless. She ended up, yes, getting a divorce. She moved closer to her daughter. She's able to be there in a good place with her grandbaby. She actually is making more money now in her job because she feels more confident because she finally said yes to herself. So she's closing more stuff. She's some kind of sales rep for I think it was pharmaceuticals or something. So she was actually making more money. That was like, to her, like, I didn't even think this was going to happen. For her, it was an added bonus. It was an added return on an investment for her. Right? Summer says, I'm think like a coach, not like a therapist. Please, all you therapists out there, you are trapped in your institutionalized mindset around money, time, investment. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too. And what I found is it took me a while to understand the concept of lifetime return on investment, a concept of a transformation over a 6-month time frame with high-end clients, the concept of not trying to cram in everything in a single hour, the concept of when I sign a coaching client and they understand we are in it to win it for 3 months, 6 months, they are all in now. It's not the like, let's schedule your next call. No, they are in it. So do you think that when someone invests $10,000 or is $6,000 that you show up differently? Yes, because she's committed. How many of you would love to work with women who are committed to their transformation? Thank you, Carla. I understand all of this and totally appreciate it. Yes. Okay, so here's your homework. I know this was heavy today on the mindset because I want to wake you up. I want you to see the potential and the possibility. So right now, I'm going to ask you, comment below, what's your dollar figure for the investment of your program? Let's say you're doing 6 months. What's your package price? Type it in right now. 6 months. You talk to people 3 to 4 times a month. By the way, my coaching calls are 30 minutes. Mind blown moment for you all right there. Yes, you're going to give them some homework. You're going to teach them accountability. I teach all of this. I teach you all how to do this inside my programs. Like, I give you the accountability and the agreements, and like I teach you all of these things, right? Susan says, I'm ready to go with 6K. Excellent. Julia says 6K. Boom. Awesome. Now we're going to talk about how many clients do you need to have the life that you want. Some of you, if you made, there you go, Miranda's 6K for 6 months. You guys, this is so exciting. I want you to think about if you all just only signed 20 people a year, only 20 people a year. That's 10K a month. That's $120,000. Patricia says 10K, go 10K. Laura says $4,500 for 90 days. My divorce cost more than twice that. This is a deal. Yes. Oh my God, chills, sweaty. You're having a moment here. Having a moment. By the way, these are not crazy numbers. There's plenty of people who charge so much more. I always teach my clients, after you've sold 5 of these packages, inch it up a little bit, right? Inch it up. Okay, we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to give you your homework. I will stick around to answer any questions, and then I will make sure that you are in here. If I reaching out to me, if you have questions, make sure if you've not booked our connection call, so I actually get a chance to hear your voice and see your face on a Zoom call, a private Zoom call, make sure that you do that. There's a link somewhere around here to do our connection call. Okay, here's your homework: embracing your fee and preparing for your personalized enrollment call. That's what we're going to work on tomorrow. Ready? So allow for about 60 minutes. Okay, so I want you, this is going to be like, you guys, you're going to fall in love with yourself doing this exercise. You're going to really appreciate the claim your worth and claim your value, own your worth, or own your value, claim your worth. You're really going to see yourself in a different light with this homework assignment. I really am looking forward to seeing the results and seeing your homework listed in the homework thread. Okay. I want you to think about your signature program. And I want you to list out 10 lifetime returns on investments when a client works with you. And make sure you include the 3 pieces to the return on investment. Write these down. Ready? Time, emotions, and money. Now, I gave you some examples, like with my client, the Sally Jane client, didn't have sex for 9 years. So her time was, she's not wasting any more time. Her emotion, she loves herself. For the first time in years, she's taking better care of herself. She's doing yoga again. She doesn't drink at all. She has a great relationship with her daughter and her grandbaby. Money for her, because she felt more confident, she was actually doing better in her job, her sales job, which she didn't even take into a consideration when she signed up for life coaching with me. See the difference here? Great. So next, this is part 2. What objections come up for you when you think about a high investment? So for you all, when you start writing down, I'm going to charge $6,000 for my 6 month, or I'm going to charge 10K for my 6 months, what does your monkey mind, your brain, your freak out like, oh my God, you can't charge that? Remember, your lower level thinking, not your prefrontal cortex, your brain that's trying to keep you safe. What comes up? List those out. We're going to work more on those on Sunday for your mindset and Monday, your money mindset. So we're going to do imposter syndrome, fears, and then we're going to also do money mindset. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to really work on, you must do these things because it will help you when I help you customize your homework for tomorrow. So what we're going to be doing tomorrow is designing your personalized, based on your niche, your call template. So there's 5 phases of a great connection sales call or enrollment call or discovery call. I'm going to teach you 20 ways to get sales calls on your calendar now. And you're going to learn the 5 steps to the sales call flow. And I'm going to tell you where you can find clients now. There's people all around you just don't even realize it. Okay. So for those of you, I know some of you have to go. I'm willing to stay, no problem. If you have questions, please post them now. I'm happy to answer them. And if not, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I will go through. Please put your homework in here. Please make sure that you've booked your connection call with me. I would love to hear what did you put in your circle, your aha? Who had a moment when I was like, attorneys charge more than most people, right? And you're just as smart. All the things. All right, I can see some of you popping off. Enjoy the rest of the day. I can't wait to hear what you have to say around this. I know this is life-changing. I'm Mary Bicknell. I am here to help you create a big, bold life and biz because you deserve to lead a life uncommon. I'll talk to you later.